Green flag set to wave this time out of turn number 4. Jeff Swindell looking to sweep the weekend here at Dodge City. Last night's winner, we'll see if he can walk away with the $4,000 payday. We'll see can his car owner Randy Washburn get win number 1, number 2 in the same weekend. We're going to find out of a turn number 4. Here comes the American Sprint Car Series to the green. Just like that, Jeff Swindell will jump out to the race lead. The slick surface through turns 1 and 2. The field fans out to the back straightaway. 3 and now 4 wide towards the tail end of the field. Has a battle for the race lead. Here comes Bryan Brown with a slide job. Side by side into turns 1 and 2. Brown going to apply the pressure down to the inside line. Jeff Swindell's there. Jeff Swindell reclaims the race lead. Bryan Brown leading lap number 1. Jeff Swindell stealing it back down the back straightaway. Bryan Brown's not done there. He'll go for another slide job into turns 3 and 4. Blackjack Bryan Brown back to the race lead. He leads 1. He leads lap number 2 as they work into turns 1 and 2. As they work into turns 1 and 2, but the driver now on the move is going to be the 41 to Jason Johnson. Jason down to the inside on Tony Bruce. That's the battle for 6 in the back straightaway. Bruce able to hold on to it. Wood, just like in his heat race, has the wing pulled back, and he is trying to get the run right to the middle through turns 3 and 4 as he goes after the Pride Ag Resources 0. Of Jeff Swindell's lookout car goes around the exit of turn number 4. That's the 21X of Taylor Velasquez. Set to go green this time of a turn number 4, single file. Again, the cone has been placed on the front straightaway. Bryan Brown looking to pick up the win. A solid 3rd place last night. He wants to better it by 2. Here we go to the green. Your field will race into turns 1 and 2. Wayne Johnson now going to battle for 3rd. Danny Wood to the middle of the racetrack. Wayne Johnson to the bottom. Wayne Johnson going to run it forward. Danny Wood going to hold on to 3rd as they work into turns 3 and 4 now. Wayne Johnson with a big slide job as they'll go 3 wide. Here comes Brady Bacon. Brady Bacon throws his name into the mix now. Danny Wood able to hold on to 3rd. Holds off the 99, and he's going to steal away 4th now from Wayne Johnson. Jason Johnson sitting in 8th as we've got a car upside down in turns 1 and 2. Red flag must wave. Jeff Swindell trying to steal away his thunder as he lines up in 2nd. Danny Wood in 3rd. Wayne Johnson, Brady Bacon, your top 5. We're back underway. 24 laps to go. 24 laps remain. 6 laps in the books is now Tony Bruce Jr. will slide to the high side of Brady Bacon. He'll steal away 5th on the restart. Bacon will fall back to 6th as they'll work into turns 3 and 4. It's going to be a 3-wide battle for 2nd. Here comes Wayne Johnson and Danny Wood. Wayne Johnson to the back bumper. Danny Wood now as they work into turns 1 and 2. Wood slides it up off the bottom. The 77X of Wayne Johnson goes to the inside line, and here comes Tony Bruce Jr. Tony Bruce Jr. on the high side with the run. He's going to steal away 4th into turns 3 and 4. Wayne Johnson going to fight back to the inside line. Slides it up. Tony Bruce Jr. right between the 77X and the wall. He's able to steal away into turns 1 and 2. Wayne Johnson now going to slide back to 6. Brady Bacon to the inside line going to steal away as we'll have 22 laps to go. 8 in, 22 to go. Bryan Brown starting to open up his race lead as he'll cross the start-finish line. Jeff Swindell will cross the line in 2nd. He is 1.416 seconds back from Bryan Brown, and he's being challenged by Danny Wood, and now Tony Bruce Jr. going to make it a 3-car battle for the runner-up spot. 3 cars for 2nd into turns 3 and 4. Danny Wood down to the bottom. The car winged over all the way to the left side. He's got the run. It's a drag race at the line. Jeff Swindell holds on to it. Jeff Swindell holding on to 2nd by just over a 1/10 of a second as they work off of turn number 2, though Danny Wood's going to steal the way. With a borrowed engine under the hood of the 18, Tony Bruce Jr. is going to fight to the inside line on Jeff Swindell. They work into turns 3 and 4. Swindell to the high side. Tony Bruce Jr. now to the inside. Swindell's going to hold the advantage. Tony Bruce Jr. rolls out of the throttle, gets right back behind the 0 as they work into turns 1 and 2. Both drivers battling for 2nd as now they're going to go after your race leader right to the middle of the racetrack. They nearly ran right into the back of Bryan Brown. Bryan Brown able to pull away, though, as they work down the back straightaway. Less than 12 laps to go. Bryan Brown right around the bottom of the racetrack. Jeff Swindell, Tony Bruce Jr. both right in line on the high side. Danny Wood still running it 4th. Then is Brady Bacon running at your top 5. Wayne Johnson, Logan Forler, Johnny Herrera, Jason Johnson, Zach Chappell, your top 10. Into 11th will go Dustin Morgan. 12th is going to be the 11G of Mike Goodman. As a 3-car battle for the race lead, Bryan Brown held up behind Ricky Montgomery into his back bumper. Jeff Swindell and Tony Bruce make their way by. Bryan Brown held up by slower traffic, and here comes Tony Bruce to the inside line. You've got a new leader. Tony Bruce Jr. will steal it away. Tony Bruce Jr. steals it away into turns 3 and 4, takes it right up against the concrete. Jeff Swindell right to the middle. We've only got 9 laps to go. 9 more times around the Dodge City Raceway Park. Jeff Swindell still right there with Tony Bruce Jr. They clear Gary Taylor. They'll put him a lap down the competition down the back straightaway as Jeff Swindell and Tony Bruce Jr. Tony Bruce, the local driver out of Liberal, Kansas. Jeff Swindell, the storied veteran, to the inside. Randy Washburn Motorsports back to the right side. Tony Bruce into the wall. Tony Bruce just slapped the outside concrete, and it's Jeff Swindell back to the race lead as they work on the white flag lap one more time around. Tony Bruce Jr., he's within striking distance, but does he have enough to get the run into the final 2 turns? This time, the checkered flag is going to wave. Tony Bruce will close in the drag race, and Jeff Swindell will hold on. Jeff Swindell, by 0.124 seconds at the line, will grab the win.
One hell of a go. How could you have imagined, let alone last night, going back-to-back tonight?
Well, I knew after last night, I mean, once we started hot laps last night, the car was perfect. It was perfect last night all the way through. Tonight, we weren't as dominant. I mean, there was a bunch of, the slicker track really kind of brought everybody a little bit closer, I think. Bryan jumped out there, and I didn't think I was going to have anything for him, so I just started searching all over the place and trying to find a little bit different line. Finally, I did find a good line down there around the bottom of 3 and 4 that was a little bit better than what Bryan was on top. And I thought we was going to drive by him down there, and then I don't know, he got signals or what, but he moved down there and closed the door on me, and then he started running to the bottom, and 1 and 2 wasn't that good on the bottom really, so I moved back up, drove back around him, and found a little bit of rubber. And I
was going to say, pretty much eventually the rubber finally came around, and it was raced to whoever found it first, with all of you under a blanket right after that.
Yeah, but I mean, it was in so many different places. It was hard to figure out exactly how far you could stick with it and where you was going to slide out of it. And Tony he got a good run and come right through there on us, and his line was getting in a little bit higher than we all were.
To say the least, as his method was banging the wall down, you pretty much stayed away from the wall and rolled it through the center as you needed to find the rubber.
Yeah, when it comes in, normally it's not going to come in right against the cushion. It's going to come in down below it, and it started coming in off the corner a little bit faster. I mean, and the car and the wings and everything would really drive you up almost to the center of the corner, even when it was black slick. But when it started picking up a little bit of rubber right there in the middle, then I started checking up a little bit and diving him back across there, and Tony stayed up there, that's where he passed us. I mean, that's where he had to stay, you know. I mean, so sometimes it's a little bit better to be running second, to have to find that different line. And luckily, we found it quick enough before Tony got back down low enough to leave us the door open that we got through there, you know. But I mean, you know, for Randy Washburn and his family and the whole team up here just 30 miles north of Jetmore, you know,
unbelievable.
It's great, you know, and to get his first and second win, you know, back to back, and you know, I think Randy's parking the car for the rest of the year for right now. He's got a bunch of other things going, so
you got a few hours before y'all part ways tonight. Twist that arm for a little bit.
Oh, that ain't gonna be no problem. That ain't gonna be no problem. And like I said, I'm sure he'll show up. We're gonna be running the Mike Hammer's car, the '94 car, probably most of the rest of the season with ASCS since we got our motors back, and Randy will probably be there in the trailer some of the time, I would imagine.
Right on, man. Thanks for your time. Hell of a drive.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it.